actually I made the 3 pages that you sent on
the WhatsApp
on
group?
WhatsApp. Yes.
Perfect. That's what you need to compare with your classmates, please.
Okay.
Hello, good night, everybody.
Good evening, Antonio.
Alberto.
I
Go ahead, guys. Compare your answers, please.
Hello.
let me see.
What are we going to do? Excuse me.
The second one should be, anyway, I met this great girl and we started talking. What do you think,
Started,
guys?
right?
Yeah.
I put started.
And the next one should be decided.
Decided, yes.
Decided, yes. I have the same one. And then let me
We
see.
had dated.
We had dated. Yes.
Dated. We
Had
had
dated.
dated.
We had dated.
We had dated for about 4 months when she invited me to a party at her apartment.
And I was looking
And
at
then
the
for
picture.
number 5, I have invited.
Yes.
Yes, she invited.
She invited me to a party at her apartment. I was looking at these pictures of her college friends around her apartment, and I noticed that my cousin
I noticed.
Kiara,
that my cousin Clara,
Kiara from Chicago, was in one of her photos.
It turns out that my girlfriend and my cousin had been roommates for over
Where?
3. Where?
They were, yeah, where? Because if you continue reading, it says for over 3 years in college. But they hadn't seen each other for about a year. Oh, never mind. Yeah, had been roommates. Oh, yeah.
It had been, right?
What do you think, Mr. Jesus?
You need to compare your answers with your
I have a
classmates.
question in
After
that
a couple
one.
of minutes, we'll check.
Okay.
And
the last one is, but they hadn't seen, right?
Hadn't seen each other for, yes.
No. Check it out. It turns out that my girlfriend and my cousin had been roommates for over 3 years in college. That's an action that happened before they didn't see each other for about a year. So that's the one that we have to use in past perfect. It turns out that my girlfriend and my cousin had been roommates for over 3 years in college. That's the first action. But this happened after they had been roommates for over 3 years in college. But they didn't see each other.
They didn't see.
But they didn't see each other.
But it says about a year.
They hadn't seen each other for about a year.
They hadn't seen. You can use both. In this case, I think we need to use both.
I have my questions here. I'm not completely sure.
Well, let's wait for Mr. Jesus to clear up.
I will continue to the other one.
Right.
Actually, don't worry about it. Let's check it out, okay?
Okay.
Which is the next one? Sorry.
No, go ahead. This is the one you were checking, right?
No. We were checking the other one.
What a coincidence.
This?
Nope.
No.
This?
Yeah.
All right, so let's check it out, guys. Number one night about a year ago, I went out with some friends. Now, what is the background? One night a year ago. That's our starting point. So everything that happened then, in this moment, in this event, will be the simple past. Everything that happened on that night, simple past. Okay? And everything, or anything that went around that year would be simple past. Anything that was prior, before that moment, would be
Past perfect.
past perfect. So I went
Okay.
out with some friends. Look at that. One night, I went out with some friends. Simple past. I didn't really want to go out because I had broken up. Why past perfect? A week or so earlier,
Earlier. Mhm.
the previous event.
Yeah.
Anyway, I met this great girl. When?
That night. That night.
This night. There you go. And we
Started.
started.
We started. Mhm.
Started talking. We had a great time and then
And
then
all night. So we
decided
decided to meet the next day. Now, this is finished. Now, the next one is the next day.
yeah.
And to make a long story short, we started dating. When would this happen?
The next day.
Day. Okay. Yes. We dated.
We did
Why
it.
dated? Because this happened after we started dating. After this, not before. After. So we are continuing the
Is we
sequence of
dated?
events. We dated. Actually, hold on a second. Let's continue. We dated for about 4 months when she
invited me.
invited. So now we have another event. Now we have 2 events. That means that one of them could be in past perfect, right?
Yeah, we put the first one as past perfect.
Perfect.
That dated.
Mhm.
Yes.
Very good. So we had dated. Good. Now this is from this moment on. On the next day to the started dating, we have this.
Mhm.
And this is the past of this, right? If I make it too confusing, let me know. I can find another way to say it. That events are progressing. Okay, so everything is moving. So as the events are moving, things are left in the past. So everything that is left in the past, as we progress with our story, then the things in the past are past perfect, correct?
Yes, but in the first one, you erased the auxiliary.
Oh, I am sorry. I don't know how I did that. Had dated, yes. She invited me to a party at her apartment. I was looking at the pictures of her college friends around her apartment, and I
noticed.
Okay, that my cousin Ciara from Chicago was in one of her photos. It turns out that my girlfriend and my cousin
had been.
What do we use? Where or had been?
I think it's had been because it says for over 3 years in college.
In college, yes. Now, is that something on that moment that they're dating or something before they were dating?
It was before.
It was before.
Because we have here, but they for about a year. That puts the college period in the previous past. Yes, it's an older event. Is that correct?
Yes.
So yes. My cousin where?
So no, you have said it correctly.
Yes,
like, that's what we're talking about. This college thing means that this is in the previous past. Had been.
Had been.
But they.
Well, I
hadn't seen,
hadn't seen, but
hadn't seen
but I'm not
Teacher.
sure now.
Because it's immediately the after the event, no?
Actually, no. This is the event that not see each other about a year. Yes, so that's something, that's an older event.
Okay.
Would you like to see a timeline?
Well, only for the particular like sentence, for those sentences. Because
I'm trying.
I put it in that way, but then Alberto made me
Present,
get confused.
made you doubt.
Yes.
I'm
Future
sorry.
and past.
No, and it's
Sorry.
fine. It's fine. So we can get it clear.
All right. So
It
first,
was. Go ahead.
we have, and actually, I'm going to focus on the, there. It turns out my girlfriend and my cousin had been roommates. So this was what, about 6 months ago, right? Yeah. That was the dating part. Correct?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a year before. And this is the college time.
All right.
So this is 1 year prior. Oh, yeah. What does that mean? If the dating, for example, happened in 2000, then 1 year prior would be 1999.
99.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. And this period is the college period. College. There, that's what we're talking. So
Mhm.
that is our, today we are talking about this. Today we are explaining this that happened when he was dating her and he noticed that they had been roommates, but they hadn't seen each other in a year.
Yeah. So that's why both are in
Are,
past.
that's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any questions, guys?
No, not
No.
this time.
No,
Is it okay?
we're good.
Yes.
Alberto doesn't seem convinced.
No, it's okay.
Yes, I can do better circles if that's necessary. I'll make a purple, yeah, purple circle. All right, so this is the college period. And let's use a green one for the 1 year that I hadn't seen each other. There. So these two events are in the past
In the past,
before the dating occurred.
even though the dating was in the past.
So dating is simple past.
Yeah.
The day had been roommates is in the previous past, and they hadn't seen each other is in the previous past before the dating. Yes?
Okay.
Yes.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I want to erase all of these little things without erasing the answers on the top page. There, okay, there you go. Did I miss something? I think I got it. There are the answers. Do you want to write something down or ask a question? No? Next.
No, yes, please.
Go ahead, let's go for the next one. Right there. This is a story. Last Tuesday, Peter got ready for his interview with a company called CompCom. He left class and went to an ATM to get cash, but he didn't have time to get gas. He decided to get it early Wednesday morning. That night, he read over his cover letter and resume. He felt confident. He always wrote good letters, and he had a great resume with a nice photo. He had paid a professional to help him put it together. Before going to bed, he got his things ready. His suit, shirt, and tie, best shoes. He set his alarm for 7 o'clock and went to sleep. But his alarm clock stopped in the middle of the night and didn't go off. Yeah, like that. Peter woke up at 8:30, but he left the house in 2 minutes. Flat. He didn't have enough gas to drive to Compicom, so he decided to take a taxi. Of course, they were all occupied. After 15 minutes, a taxi stopped. There was a woman in the back seat. She asked, "Do you want to ride to Compicom?" Peter didn't know her, but she obviously recognized him. Why was Peter feeling confident?
He had written a good cover letter and resume.
Why was his resume very strong?
He had paid a professional to help him put it together.
Very good. He had paid a professional. Why did he sleep late on Wednesday morning?
Because his alarm clock stopped at the middle.
Had stopped.
Had
Okay, yeah.
stopped.
Had stopped in the
Had
middle of
stopped.
the night.
Yes?
Yeah, had stopped.
Why was he able to leave home so quickly?
Because he had all the things ready.
Yeah. Is there another way to say it?
Because he
As
had
soon-
gotten his things ready one night before.
Yes.
Yeah, he had gotten his things ready one night before. Yes. Yes. Number 5. Why didn't he have enough gas to drive to the interview?
Because he hadn't had time to get gas on Tuesday.
Okay. Why didn't he have enough money for the taxi?
Because
Because he had gone to the ATM one day before
Yeah.
to take some money.
Okay.
Yes.
Had Peter met the woman before?
no, he hadn't.
No, he hadn't known her.
How do you think the woman recognized Peter?
She had seen him before.
Yes.
But if she had seen him, how would she know his name?
I guess she was the HR recruiter.
The what?
She-
The HR, human resources.
HR
Yes,
recruiter. But she didn't have her resume, or did she? He had the resume with him.
Maybe
Yes.
the applicant was another person.
But usually you also send your resume.
Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. That's right. So that night he read over his cover letter and resume, and he felt confident. So it doesn't say that he sent it.
No, but he might send it. He might have sent it. He might have.
Yeah, he might have sent it, but I'm not convinced. The answer
Right.
is here. The answer is here, and it's a probable answer. It's not a 100% sure. Do you see this English access tagging in the screen?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let me raise it.
What? I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Okay. The answer is the probable answer is right there. Let's see if somebody can find it.
Maybe it's because she was the professional who had gotten paid by Peter.
What?
Yes, maybe she was a professional that put his resume together.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Good catch,
That's
Mr.
why
Paget.
she knew the name.
She recognized him.
Okay.
Yes.
Because and then the photo was on the resume.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. She knew his address.
But he paid it online or what? That he didn't notice,
He
or
paid,
he did.
he doesn't say. He just says that he had paid a professional.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if she helped him, she knew her,
He
right?
knew his
His
name, his
address,
face, and his
his
address.
name, and his photo. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
All right, let's go for the next one, guys. Write about a strange coincidence. Did you do this?
Well, I didn't write it, but I have
It's
one.
okay. If you didn't, don't worry. We can do that later. What about this one?
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, please. Let's complete it, please. I don't believe in.
Coincidences.
In coincidences.
Coincidences.
Let me find out. Mm. I did it, but I don't find it. Oh. In coincidences,
All right, let's continue. I've never been.
I put telepathy.
Okay, so you have another opinion. Telepathy.
I guess it's
Yes,
deja
me
vu.
too. Telepathy.
Because
Telepathy.
you know
And
that you
Mr.
can tell that what someone else is thinking.
How do I do that? That would be the normal day. And it would be, yeah. Cool. All right, deja vu. And another idea? Let's continue.
Mm-mm.
I've never even had the strange feeling of
Deja vu.
Deja vu.
deja vu. So that would be this one right here, deja vu. Okay, what else? The only weird thing that,
Sticks in my
Sticks in my
mind.
mind.
Sticks in my mind.
very nice. Sticks in my mind. Continue, guys.
The next one.
Yes,
However, I absolutely believe strange coincidences.
please. Okay.
Coincidence.
Ah, sorry. I should have, no. Yeah, I'll leave it. There you go. Let's continue, please.
I call a friend completely out of the blue.
Out of the
Yes.
blue.
Uh-huh. And continue.
I ran into
Running to the same friend.
Ran into, and the last one?
by accident.
By
Accident.
accident.
Now, the only one is telepathy and coincidences.
We have to change it, I think.
Which one for which?
I don't believe.
The first one is telepathy.
The first one is telepathy. Like that, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, because the context is right
Yes.
here. You know,
You know.
that you can tell what someone else is
Is
It's
thinking.
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 Mhm.
Here, so that would be telepathy. Very good. All right, so that's finished. That was good. Any questions, guys?
No.
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 All right, now let's go to work. This one. Have you ever been talking about someone and then they called you?
Mm,
Yeah, that happened to me a lot. In fact, last week I was thinking about a friend who
who call?
who I called like that.
Oh no.
Hadn't
Had
called.
not.
called?
Hadn't
Called
Hadn't called.
hadn't called.
in ages.
Hadn't called in ages.
Mhm.
Why? Because what is our background? What is our context?
Yes.
Last week. Everything that happened last week would be my simple past. And everything that happened before that week
It is
would be past perfect.
Mhm.
Yes?
Mm.
All right, so and this not call would be last week or before last week?
before last week.
Before last week. So we have hadn't called in past
Called.
perfect. I think I
Threw away.
threw away. My gosh. Threw away. That is simple past?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
So this
because it happened
happened-
before the last
happened
week.
in last week.
Before.
No, I think it's before the last week.
So are we getting confused? Anything that happened last week is simple past. And anything that happened before that last week, what is it?
That's perfect.
Past perfect.
Um,
So threw away the phone number happened last week.
When I
No.
told
no,
you
it might happen before.
before.
It happened before, so it's
Yeah.
not true.
So it's
So-
gonna be had, right?
Had thrown.
Have thrown.
Had thrown away.
Yeah,
Thrown.
have thrown
Had
away.
thrown away. Yes, I did.
Perfect. His phone number by accident, and we
We hadn't been in, no, I
Hadn't
hadn't
been
been
in
in
touch.
hadn't
touch
been in touch
it's for months.
for months.
for months.
Anyway, he
Called
He called.
Oh,
me out.
told me out of the blue. It turned out that he
Had
Had
lost
lost
Well, it's gonna be had lost.
had lost,
my
number
number
two.
2.
but
Mhm.
then he,
Found.
Found it.
yes. Mr. Valles, tell me something, mister.
No, I agree. I'm just thinking the past participle of throw isn't thrown with an N.
Yes, I'm sorry. I thought I did it. But thank you for catching that.
Yeah.
Have thrown away. Perfect. Next, let's go for number 2.
Okay.
Have you ever run into someone you were thinking about? No, I haven't, but I've experienced other coincidences. For example, one time a friend of mine
Called
Called.
me. Called.
called me, yeah, because she
Had left.
Left. Had left.
had left her personal stuff away. She
She
Didn't
know.
know.
what to do.
okay, and right then my sister
came.
Came
home.
home.
with a purse that she
Had
Had
found.
Found.
awesome, you got it, on the subway. And guess what?
It
Was.
was.
It was.
It was perfect. Beautiful. That's great. Let's go for the next one. Have you ever met anyone with the same birthday as you? Yes, my friend Tom. The funny thing is, last year I
Had
Had
decided.
decided.
I
I
decided.
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 last year
I decided.
Yeah, because it's something that you decided last year.
yeah. What is our context? What is our background?
Last year.
All right.
So last year I
So,
Oh, yes.
decided to buy him something special because he
Had
Had
helped.
Had
helped.
helped.
Had
Had
helped.
helped.
told me.
Had helped.
had helped me fix my car many times. So I
I
Got.
got.
got him this camera that we
Had seen.
Had seen.
Saw.
Had
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 seen.
seen.
Mhm.
when we were out shopping the week before.
Mhm.
When we
Opened.
Open.
Our
presents, we
left.
Not.
Laughed.
we
Had
bought.
bought.
Ball.
Had bought.
very good, guys. Very good.
Okay.
And yes, mister, do we have many time markers in this text?
What?
I was asking Mr. Valles.
Sorry, I didn't catch the question.
Are there many time markers that will give you the clues?
Yes, there are several.
Several? Okay, very good. But they are a little hidden. They are a little more mixed, but
Mhm.
it's good. You guys got it. Okay, thank you. Do you have any questions?
No.
No.
Great. In that case, please, you're going to ask and answer the questions with the answer. Let me take a picture. There, it's on the WhatsApp group. Let's go in groups, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, who are we missing?
What?
Mari Carmen, I
Mari
guess.
Carmen, Mago,
And
And
Cynthia.
Cynthia.
Cynthia. Wow. Let's go, guys, please.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
Wait, have you ever?
The questions are in the WhatsApp group.
Okay. I didn't do anything.
Maybe the internet.
You are an irresponsible person, Adriana.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm not.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes.
Or maybe sometimes, but not in this case.
Okay.
All right, guys. Did you finish the activity?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Almost.
Now we're going to have to listening activity.
Okay.
Listen to Elena tell a friend about a coincidence. And we're going to answer the question. Question number 1, Rocio.
Okay. Why had Elena joined an online chess forum?
Yes. Why do you think? Let's imagine the answers. Why do you think Elena joined an online chess forum?
Because can anyone answer, or it has to be Rocio?
Anyone? No, anyone.
Well, I guess she saw these Netflix series, Queen's Gambit.
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
All right. Number 2, Mr. Valles.
What does she think about her online chess partner?
Let's imagine.
That she's not good.
She's good. Perfect. Perfect. Adriana, number 3, please.
Who had Elena and Derek met?
How?
How? I'm sorry. How had Elena and Derek met?
Because they had a Tinder profile.
Maybe.
Or maybe
But then how?
maybe they met in the chess forum.
Yeah.
Maybe. Antonio, please, next.
Yes. What did Elena discover about Derek? How did she find out?
That he's
Okay,
a
number 5.
master playing chess.
The
I've seen
master.
several.
Okay. Very
I
good.
don't want.
And how did she find it? Because
And
maybe
Rocio, number 5.
Okay. What does Elena say about coincidences?
All right. Now we're going to listen and we're going to check the correct answers. Okay. When we finish listening, you guys are going to compare your answers. You're going to share what you think the answer is, and then we'll go over them. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's go. Go on.
So, you're not going to believe what happened to me today.
Why? What happened?
Well, I was on my lunch break and I was sitting in a cafe and playing chess on my tablet. I'd joined this online chess forum a few months ago. 'Cause, you know, it's hard to find people who play chess. And it's so much fun, so...
Sounds like you're really into chess.
Yeah, I've actually gotten pretty addicted to playing online. But anyway, I was playing against this guy, and he's pretty good. Well, we're about the same level, I guess. So, our games are always really close. And yeah, we play a few times a week. And you know, we'd played maybe, I don't know, 20 games or something together before, so yeah, anyway. He'd just made a move, and I was trying to figure out my next move, and this guy stopped by my table to say hi.
Someone you knew?
Yeah, this guy from work. Derek. He's worked there for a couple of years. He's a pretty cool guy. I mean, I don't know him very well, but we had worked on a project together a year ago, and I see him in the cafeteria sometimes. Anyway, he noticed that I was playing chess, and he told me that he played too. So I'm like, that's neat. And I ask him, like, if he's a good player and everything. And he goes, yeah, I play pretty well. And then he says, it's hard to find people who play well. And I'm laughing and saying, yeah, I have the same problem. You know, finding someone who plays really well. I mean, chess is like tennis. It's no fun if you're a lot better than your partner, so...
That's true. So don't tell me, you end up finding a new chess partner?
No, wait. So then he says, why don't we play together sometime? And I said, okay. And he says, I'll give you my online name. Like the name he plays under online. So I'm like, okay, what is it? And he says, Cool Chess Guy.
No way! Don't tell me it was him?
Yep. I just started laughing. Can you believe it? And I'm like, no way. I mean, what are the chances of that? There he was. He'd been on the other side of the cafe, and then I found out we're playing each other.
That's so weird. It just goes to show it's a small world.
I know. We'd probably played, like I said, 20 chess matches against each other and hadn't realized that we knew each other.
That's funny.
It is. But you know, coincidences like that happen to me all the time. I mean, that kind of stuff happens to me a lot. It's kind of weird. I mean, really weird.
All right, that was a little extensive, but please talk to your classmates and share your answers.
Okay.
Okay, number 1. Why had Elena joined an online chess forum?
Because it's hard to find people who
To
plays
find,
chess well.
right? Find someone that plays well, I guess.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
Number 2, it says, what does she think about her online chess partner?
That he's pretty good at playing.
Yes.
Yeah, and they have really close games and they play like the same level.
Mm-hmm.
How
Do
had
you want-
Elena and Derek met?
At work.
Yeah, they were in a project a year ago.
Yeah.
And they work together.
Yeah.
And
2 or 1 years ago, something like that, right?
A year ago.
By
Year
year
ago?
ago.
Okay.
you wanna
So-
proceed to number 4?
Okay, what did Elena discover about Derek?
That he was her online chess partner.
Yes.
Yes.
How did she found it? He had another name, yes?
Because they shared their online profiles.
Okay.
And what does Elena say about coincidences?
That she happens, so she always has a lot of coincidences.
That it
And
happened a lot to her, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it gets, yeah, and she feels it really weird.
Yeah.
Very good. So let's see. Let's write some answers now. Why had Elena joined an online chess forum?
Because it's hard to find.
It's hard to find
People who play chess well.
someone to, okay.
People to find people to play with, or people that play well.
Play
People
well.
that
Play well.
Play
So
well.
people that
that plays well.
that
Oh, that play well.
people,
Yeah, yeah.
Play well.
people that
Play well.
play
Mhm.
Well,
well. Okay. Nice. Number 2. What does she think about her online chess partner?
That he was pretty good.
He what?
That he was pretty good.
That he
What?
is.
Okay, that he is, I'm sorry, what I'm talking about, yes, okay, that he's pretty good,
Very
yes.
All right. Number 3. How had Elena and Derek met?
At work,
At work,
and they were in a project together.
you say about a year ago,
They were
Yes,
in a project.
together.
Okay. Just like that. At work, they were in a project together. That's it.
A year ago.
about 1 year ago, more or less. I thought it was 2 years, but okay.
Let's check it. What did Elena discover about Derek?
that he was her online chess partner.
Chess on, yes, her own. Mhm.
And how did she find out?
Well, they were talking in the cafeteria,
Yes.
and then oh,
Then they share the profiles.
Talking in area and shared profiles like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, next. What does Elena say about coincidences?
That they're very common for her.
Yeah.
They are really weird.
They're pretty common for her and they are really, really weird.
Yeah, really weird.
All right, would you like to listen again and check, guys?
yes.
Yes.
Okay, all right, listen again and check.
So, you're not going to believe what happened to me today.
Why? What happened?
Well, I was on my lunch break and I was sitting in a cafe and playing chess on my tablet. I'd joined this online chess forum a few months ago. 'Cause, you know, it's hard to find people who play chess. And it's so much fun, so
Sounds like you're really into chess.
yeah, I've actually gotten pretty addicted to playing online. But anyway, I was playing against this guy, and he's pretty good. Well, we're about the same level, I guess. So, our games are always really close. And yeah, we play a few times a week. And you know, we'd played maybe, I don't know, 20 games or something together before, so yeah, anyway. He'd just made a move, and I was trying to figure out my next move, and this guy stopped by my table to say hi.
Someone you knew?
Yeah, this guy from work. Derek. He's worked there for a couple of years. He's a pretty cool guy. I mean, I don't know him very well, but we had worked on a project together a year ago, and I see him in the cafeteria sometimes. Anyway, he'd noticed that I was playing chess, and he told me that he played too. So I'm like, that's neat. And I ask him, like, if he's a good player and everything. And he goes, yeah, I play pretty well. And then he says, it's hard to find people who play well. And I'm laughing and saying, yeah, I have the same problem. You know, finding someone who plays really well. I mean, chess is like tennis. It's no fun if you're a lot better than your partner. So,
That's true. So don't tell me, you end up finding a new chess partner?
no, wait. So then he says, why don't we play together sometime? And I said, okay. And he says, I'll give you my online name, like the name he plays under online. So I'm like, okay, what is it? And he says, Cool Chess Guy.
No way! Don't tell me it was him?
Yep. I just started laughing. Can you believe it? And I'm like, no way. I mean, what are the chances of that? There he was. He'd been on the other side of the cafe, and then I found out we're playing each other.
That's so weird. It just goes to show it's a small world.
I know. We'd probably played, like I said, 20 chess matches against each other and hadn't realized that we knew each other.
That's funny.
It is. But you know, coincidences like that happen to me all the time. I mean, that kind of stuff happens to me a lot. It's kind of weird. I mean, really weird.
All right, guys. So let's check your answers. Are they okay? Or do you need to change something? Oh, wow. Oh, my. So number one, why had Elena joined an online chess forum?
She's addicted to play chess. That's what she said before.
Yeah,
Because it's hard to find people that play
play well.
chess.
Yeah.
Not well.
Yeah,
Not she
just-
didn't say well. She
didn't
just
say
said,
well. Mhm.
She just said
Uh-huh.
that play
People
chess.
to play with.
So it's hard to find people to play with.
Mhm.
To play with or just to play.
And the answer will be to play with.
Okay.
And what does she think about her online chess partner?
Okay, he's pretty good. Yes.
How had Elena and Derek met?
At work 2 years ago, and they had a project about 1 year, and they see each other.
They were in a project.
Yes, they work.
They
He
worked. They worked in a project together about a year ago.
Uh-huh.
What did Elena discover about Derek?
Yes, that he was her
Yeah.
online chess partner
How did she find out?
when he gave him the ID online.
When he gave her, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes. What does Elena say about coincidences?
That it happens a lot to her.
It happens a lot to her. Good. With this, we are finished, guys. Do you have any questions?
No.
No.
I'm good.
Oh, all right.
No.
So what we checked was past perfect. Yeah, and we covered a lot of the past perfect. Do you have any questions about the past perfect, or is it better now?
Yeah, we need to practice. We need to read, or maybe we need to say something that happened in the past, and then talking about the past perfect. Okay, about the context, something that happened before.
We are going to check the past perfect again.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, we'll see a
Later?
lot more of the past perfect later. Yes, later
Okay.
in another topic.
Perfect.
But for now, we're going to start the next lesson. with reactions. What do you guys see on
Reactions that they are screaming about
react?
something or something that they saw.
Good. What's happening?
He's yelling.
Yeah, teacher is good. Some is
Yeah,
hungry.
or actually,
mad?
he's calling to customer service.
Calling customer service, maybe. Huh?
Yeah.
When was the last time you got annoyed?
This morning.
Oh my goodness, that's
Oh.
too soon.
Yeah, it's because I'm repairing a tablet. Those one that the government sent like 5 years ago, 6 years ago,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
trying to repair them. They're freaking annoying.
I can imagine. That was the next question. What happened?
Yeah, exactly what happened.
Okay, when was the last time you got it? Yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, about the course that send us to us, and the platform they closed, and so I didn't finish it. So
Which
I
one?
got it.
In your work or in English Access?
No, in my work.
In your work. Oh, you're talking about your work. Oh my goodness.
Mm,
Right. What did you do?
I asked them for more time. I don't know what they're gonna do.
How did you react?
I was okay. I was upset, and I called to my principal, and I said that I hadn't finished the course, so he didn't answer.
All right.
Because
What
I
about you?
sent it a message.
Ah, there. Well, hopefully everything works out for you, mister.
Yeah, thanks.
What about you, ladies? Rocio and Adriano?
I never get mad.
Awesome.
No, I'm just kidding.
Really?
Just kidding.
Yes, I know he's kidding.
Just kidding.
I'll never believe that coming from a woman. So that's everything I can tell.
You offended me, Alberto.
Okay. So I have more questions. Don't worry. I have more questions for you. What do you see on the screen?
Call center, women.
Call
I
center?
think-
That's actually call center, but it's actually hell. Never work in a call center.
Do you ever get calls from telemarketers like Telcel?
Yes,
Yes.
yesterday I switched my company.
Ah, you did? How often do you get them?
I've been getting calls from Scotiabank, and they are looking for someone else that obviously, you
It's
know,
not you.
yes. And I told them that I don't know him, and they keep calling me, and I've been getting like every morning at 7 a.m. they call, and I am still sleeping, so I hate them.
I
Yeah.
imagine. So every day you
Yes,
get
every day. How often? Every day
a, at what time?
at 7 a.m. in the morning.
my
It's the
God.
first call that I get.
How do you respond?
I don't respond. I
you
just
don't
block the
The
number.
call.
Yes.
I usually answer them, but when I hear they are from, I'm offering you a credit card from Volati, so just hang out.
Yeah.
You hang up. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're going to listen to this lady's story. Yeah, go ahead. Mr.
No, I was going to say
Continue.
that because they are obliged to insist like 5 times every call, so just better hanging out.
Okay. Well, Olivia lost her temper. We are going to listen to her audio and see why she lost her temper. Yes, and pay attention to how she behaved towards the caller. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Last night, this guy called trying to sell me a magazine subscription. Normally, I would have been more polite. You know, I would have just said no and then hung up. But he was the fourth caller, and it was after 10 o'clock. So I just lost it. I yelled at him for several minutes, and I finally hung up on him. At that point, I couldn't have done much else, I don't think, because I was too mad. I know I shouldn't have lost my temper. He was just doing his job. But I mean, what would you have done? I suppose I could have apologized, or I could have asked him to put me on their do not call list. Actually, that's what I should have done. I'll do that next time.
Like if that works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't care. They don't care.
Yeah.
So what made Olivia lose her temper?
There was the fourth caller.
Someone
The
called
fourth
to
caller.
sell a magazine.
How did she behave towards the caller?
Well, she was mad. She lost her temper, she said.
How? Would you like to
No, I
listen again?
didn't. Yes, because I
Yes.
didn't notice.
All right, let's listen again. Please remember to turn off your microphones for the audio.
Yeah.
please.
Okay.
Last night, this guy called trying to sell me a magazine subscription. Normally, I would have been more polite. You know, I would have just said no and then hung up. But he was the fourth caller, and it was after 10 o'clock. So I just lost it. I yelled at him for several minutes, and I finally hung up on him. At that point, I couldn't have done much else, I don't think, because I was too mad. I know I shouldn't have lost my temper. He was just doing his job. But I mean, what would you have done? I suppose I could have apologized, or I could have asked him to put me on their do not call list. Actually, that's what I should have done. I'll do that next time.
Okay, so how did she behave?
She yelled
Impolite.
at him.
She what?
She yelled at him.
For
Yell at
several minutes, yeah.
Yes,
When
for
several
several.
finally
minutes.
she hung up.
I think it was because it was after 10 when he
Yes.
called.
Yes.
So it was
Yeah.
late for her.
And he was the fourth caller.
Yeah.
So do you agree with her?
Completely.
Well, yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's not time. Like for me, when they
Alright.
call me at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh, when they call you at 8 a.m. on Sundays, oh gosh. I really hate that.
Incredible. All right,
I
let's
actually-
listen and read at the same time.
Mhm.
Last night, this guy called trying to sell me a magazine subscription. Normally, I would have been more polite. You know, I would have just said no and then hung up. But he was the fourth caller, and it was after 10 o'clock. So I just lost it. I yelled at him for several minutes, and I finally hung up on him. At that point, I couldn't have done much else, I don't think, because I was too mad. I know I shouldn't have lost my temper. He was just doing his job. But I mean, what would you have done? I suppose I could have apologized, or I could have asked him to put me on their do not call list. Actually, that's what I should have done. I'll do that next
There,
time.
so what made Olivia lose her temper?
Uh,
She received a call for a magazine subscription
After
It was-
10.
after 10. Yeah. And it was the fourth
The
caller.
fourth caller.
So he was the fourth caller
Mhm.
and it was
It was
after
up to 10.
10 o'clock.
Yeah.
How did she
Teacher.
behave towards the caller? Yes, mister.
I noticed, I'm not sure, but I noticed, for example, it says normally I would have, I heard that she uses a contraction, would have.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yes, that's
the,
right.
and the other time, would you, I don't know, I'm not sure, but I
Yes, we
think
need to
that,
practice those contractions because she is
yeah,
doing it like super faster. I mean,
yeah,
super fast.
should have done.
Yes,
That is, yes, is it correct? My listening right there?
yes, you are right. Yes, you
All
are
right,
right.
thank you, thank you.
Very good. Now, just to focus on the question so we can move, and we're going to step on that topic that you're mentioning, Antonio.
All right.
How did she behave towards the caller?
Um,
She lost it, yelled at him for several minutes, and finally hung up on him.
She J for several minutes, yes.
There.
yes.
Yes, so basically we can just say yelled at him for several minutes and finally hung up on him. So that's what happened. And do you agree with her?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, yes, it is very, I don't know.
Totally agree. Not just a
Okay.
common agreement.
So
Totally agree.
this is Olivia, and this is the fourth caller. Poor guy.
When I worked in a call center, it was teleperformance. I used to receive calls from FedEx. There was one story that actually broke my heart. There was a father and that wanted to receive the birthday gifts. He was calling me on the 24th of December, and his package was actually very late. He was supposed to receive it by February 7th or something like that. I was just telling him, you know what? I'm sorry, better go to Walmart.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
Yeah,
what
it was
happens.
a really
Actually, that's
sad story.
a lot of things that one wants to buy nowadays are not in the stores. And I
Exactly.
get frustrated that they don't have availability in store. If I want it, I need to order it online, and I don't
Yes,
like ordering online.
that's what I know. I think they do on purpose, right?
maybe, maybe they are doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
oh
save
well,
a lot of monies on warehouses.
yes, it's that's how life is, and this is how life is for this poor man. He's just doing his job. Yeah, there's nothing else
That's
he can do.
why
I wouldn't like to work on,
Uh-huh.
on those things.
you better never work in a call center.
No,
It's hell.
But for the moment being, what could she have done?
Just hung up and that's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
yes.
Because she lost, just hang up. That's it. Very nice. What can you say about her behavior? Was she
It's
okay? Was she not
understandable.
okay? Was it correct? Not correct?
It was
Understandable.
not
Yes.
correct, but it
What
was
about the rest?
understandable.
Well,
Very,
I think
very well put.
she overreacted.
Very
I
nice.
think she overreacted. She was yelling. She said for several minutes. I don't think
For
it's
several
necessary.
minutes.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
just maybe just say something and hang up.
Hang up.
And that's
Rocio, what do you think?
Yeah, maybe the same as Adriana said. Just to answer the phone, just say yes, no, and that's it. See you,
Okay,
goodbye.
yeah.
No,
it.
thanks.
Yes, yes, Antonio?
Yes, that's what I
You agree?
think, because they are doing their job, and maybe we had a bad day, so just hang up.
Just hang
Yes.
up. Can you imagine your own behavior in that situation?
yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
maybe.
For example, in this moment, maybe the phone rings and the worker says, "Oh, I'm from, I don't know, whatever," and I say, "Oh my God, please, thank you. I'm taking a class. Thank you."
So if that happened, or if that had happened to you, what would you have done?
Mm,
I wouldn't take the call, maybe.
Imagine after 10 o'clock. What, can you repeat that, Rocio?
I wouldn't take the call, maybe.
Yeah, not take the call, huh? Just not take it. As simple as that, maybe. What about the rest of you guys?
Maybe because I don't know maybe the number and I see I don't know, the first 4 numbers. I said, oh, so it is maybe a call center. So I didn't take it. I don't take it.
Not take it. Very nice. So that's what you would have done. Speaking naturally, reduction of have in past models. Now, what we're working with are past models. And we're going to check the reduction of the auxiliary have. Complete sentence. Olivia should have been more polite. Do you agree with that? Olivia should have been more polite?
Yes.
Yeah,
No,
very.
exactly.
Not really? Okay.
Not really.
She shouldn't have lost her temper. Do you agree with that?
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree. I agree.
Very nice. She could have apologized.
No, I don't think
No?
so.
All right. All right.
Done
all
is
right.
done.
I would have said no and hung up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
I
would
wouldn't
have
have
said-
yelled at him.
No, I wouldn't yell at him either.
Maybe if they woke me up,
I
I'll
wouldn't have
yell at them.
hung up on him.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't have hung up on him.
I wouldn't.
No, I
No,
would.
I would.
You would have.
I would.
I would have.
Yeah, I would.
You would have.
Yeah, I would.
Now, we're going to listen to these sentences with the reduction. And what is the reduction? Well, instead of should have,
Should have.
you're going to listen to should have.
Should
And
have.
so for the rest.
Should
Just pay
have.
attention to it.
Okay.
Olivia should have been more polite.
Shouldn't.
She shouldn't have lost her temper.
Should
Could have.
She could have apologized.
I would have said no and hung up. I wouldn't have yelled at him. I wouldn't have hung up on him.
I didn't hear the last one. I
Would've.
No?
wouldn't,
One more
The-
time?
because I think it's kind of hard when they are negative and
Yes.
then you use the.
A little bit.
I wouldn't have hung up on him.
But we can
I
practice.
wouldn't.
All right. Very quickly.
wouldn't.
Let's practice. Should have.
Should
Should
have.
have.
Now the negative. Shouldn't have. Together. Shouldn't have.
Shouldn't fit.
Shouldn't.
Shouldn't.
Shouldn't have.
Shouldn't have.
Shouldn't have.
Shouldn't have. Shouldn't have.
I don't get that one.
No,
Could you
one more
repeat?
time. Yes. Shouldn't have.
Shouldn't
Shouldn't.
have.
Of.
Shouldn't have.
Shouldn't have.
Shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little easier, but I'll help you in a second. Could have.
Could
But that
have.
one
Could
is
have.
easier. Could have.
And this one
Would have.
would
Would
have.
have.
Would have.
Would have.
And the negative
Wouldn't have.
Wouldn't have.
wouldn't have.
Wouldn't.
Perfect.
Wouldn't.
And again in negative.
Wouldn't
Wouldn't
have.
have.
Wouldn't have.
Wouldn't have.
Wouldn't
Now,
have.
it's something like this. Olivia should have been more polite. It sounds something like this. Should have. Could have.
Should have.
Would have.
Could have.
Shouldn't have. Couldn't
Should have.
have. Wouldn't have.
Wouldn't have.
Wouldn't have. But the sounds of the first T, it could be shouldn't have, couldn't have.
Wouldn't have.
Yes. Shouldn't.
Couldn't have.
Couldn't
Couldn't
have.
have.
Yes.
Couldn't
And
have.
all together and all fast. Okay. Listen and repeat this.
Olivia should have been more polite.
Olivia should have been more polite.
Should have.
Should have been more
Should've.
polite.
Complete
Should have
sentence,
been.
please.
Okay.
Next.
She shouldn't have lost her temper.
She shouldn't have
She shouldn't
lost
have
her
lost
temper.
She shouldn't have lost her temper. She shouldn't have lost her temper.
She should have
There.
Enough.
lost her.
Next.
She could have apologized.
She
could
could have.
apologized.
She could have apologized. She could have apologized.
I would have said no and hung up.
I would have
would've
said
said
no
no and
and
hung
and hang up.
I wouldn't have yelled at him.
I wouldn't
I wouldn't
yell
have-
at him. I
Yell at
wouldn't.
him.
I wouldn't yell at him.
I wouldn't have.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't
I
have.
wouldn't
Wouldn't
have
have.
yelled at him.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't have yelled at him.
Yelled at him.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't have yelled at him.
I wouldn't have hung up on him.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't
I
have
wouldn't
hung
have
up
hung
on
up on.
hang up on him.
It's kind of hard, those
Yeah,
negatives.
a little
Yes.
bit, but we can practice again. Listen and repeat.
Olivia should have been more polite.
Repeat, please.
Olivia
should
should
have
have
been
been
more
more
polite.
polite.
Should have or shouldn't have?
Should have.
Should have. Very good. Next.
She shouldn't have lost her temper.
She should have.
She shouldn't
lost.
She
Lost
should
his
not
temper.
lost her temper.
Lost her temper. Lost her temper.
Very good. Shouldn't have. Right?
Shouldn't have.
Next.
She could have apologized.
She could have
She couldn't
apologized.
apologize.
She could have. She could have
She
apologized.
could have.
Next.
She could have.
Next.
I would have said no
I
and
would
hung
have
up.
said no and hung up.
I would have
Hung up.
Hung up.
hung up.
Hung.
Hung up.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't say no and hung up.
I wouldn't have yelled at him.
I wouldn't have yelled at him.
I couldn't hear that one.
I wouldn't have yelled at him.
I wouldn't have hung up on him.
The last one more time. Listen.
Yes.
I wouldn't have hung up on him.
I wouldn't
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't have
have up
called on him,
him.
or what was? I don't
Hung
remember.
up.
Oh,
Hung
hung
up.
up.
hung up on him.
I wouldn't have hung up on him.
Oh,
I
I wouldn't have it.
hung up on him.
Hung up.
I
Hung
wouldn't
up on
have
him.
hung up
All
on
right.
him.
On him.
So what sentence is this? What sentence is that?
Um,
Olivia should have been more polite.
Okay. Olivia should have.
Olivia should have been more polite.
Should have been.
Should be more polite.
Should have been.
All right.
Should have.
What about this one? What sentence is that? No? Listen and check.
She shouldn't have lost her temper.
Okay.
She shouldn't have
Shouldn't-
lost
shouldn't-
her
Shouldn't
temper.
have- Shouldn't have lost her temper.
She shouldn't.
She
shouldn't
have
have.
temper. Shouldn't have lost.
What about that one? What is that?
She could have apologized.
She could have.
She would. She would
Huh?
have.
Listen and check.
apologized.
She would have.
She could have apologized.
She could have.
She
She could
could
have.
have.
She could have.
apologized.
She could have
Should've-
apologized.
She could have
Okay.
apologized.
Pero she
What
could
about
have-
this one?
Should have,
Mm.
she should have said no.
No? Check.
I would have said no and hung up.
Okay.
I would have
I
said
would've
no
said no.
and hang
And
up.
hang up.
I would have
All
said,
right. What's the next one?
She shouldn't
Shouldn't
have
yell
yelled at
at
him.
him.
Shouldn't
No.
have yelled at him.
See?
she shouldn't.
Shouldn't have
Shouldn't have yelled.
yelled at him.
Shouldn't have.
I wouldn't have yelled at him.
Wouldn't,
Oh, it wouldn't.
One more time.
Yes,
Wouldn't,
please.
wouldn't,
wouldn't.
wouldn't have.
Wouldn't.
Listen.
I wouldn't have yelled at him.
Wouldn't.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
I.
Wouldn't.
I
have.
wouldn't, I wouldn't
wouldn't.
have yelled at him.
And this one, the last one.
I wouldn't have
hung up.
hung up on him.
I wouldn't have
I
up
wouldn't.
on him. On him.
I wouldn't have hung up on him.
On him. I wouldn't hang
There
up on
you
him.
go. Now, what would you have done, guys?
The same as the pictures.
Which picture?
Okay, I think, well, this, well, it depends, it depends on the time also, because maybe here in this moment, maybe I should have yelled at him. No,
Yeah, that's
because these
Right.
classes, these classes that we need to pay attention to the pronunciation should have, could have, maybe something distracted from the class. Maybe you react by yelling.
yeah. What about the rest of you guys? Alberto, Rocio, Adriana, what would you have done?
It depends on the moment, to be honest.
That's what I said, man.
Yeah.
All right.
I would have explained to him that he's the fourth one that he's calling, and please don't call me again.
That never works. They actually put you on the list to call you more times a day.
Yeah.
I hate them. I'm sorry.
I'm talking from experience. So
Yeah,
believe
work.
me.
It's work, right? It's work. Match the modal verb with the correct intention.
All right.
Okay, would is a,
Possibility.
oh, it's an alternative. Possibility.
Good.
Suggestion.
Good.
Alternative.
Really?
All right. Let's remember this. Okay. Because we're going to use it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
With, yes. Go ahead.
would, I'm sorry, would is for possibility, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I see it.
Now, could can also be possibility,
Yeah.
But less probable, right?
or it could also be ability.
All the three.
Yeah.
Good.
It's about the intention. Remember that this is this is important. The intention.
All right.
Yes. All right. So we have modals in past or past modals. What are they? The modal would have, could have, and should have are for past and real action, past and real ability, or a past and real recommendation. What does it mean with unreal? Unreal is talking about something that didn't happen, but you think it was a better idea. You think it's something that it was a better alternative, or it was a good recommendation. Once again, it was, because we're talking about the past.
Yeah.
Past models. Why models? Well, we have would have. This is also called a perfect model.
Perfect model?
Yes,
Okay.
a perfect model. What is a perfect model? Well, we have the auxiliary have with a model.
All right. And that and we have to practice the contracted form.
And the usage as well, mister.
All right.
What
Yes.
is the usage? Well, the past and real action.
Yes.
Something that was a better idea
In the past.
in the past. I would have answered had I known it was my boss who called me last night.
Can we use over there the word if?
Yes, we can, but right now I want you to focus on this. Okay, the if we're going to use it later. Before that, we are going to do this.
Okay.
I would have answered had I known it was my boss. The past and real ability. He could have in the flight. The past and real recommendation. You should have listened to the teacher.
Yeah.
So what do these sentences mean? This is not real. It's unreal. So what is the real thing?
The real thing is that
The real thing, present, future, and past.
mhm.
The real thing is I didn't know it was my boss. So
And she didn't answer. Mhm.
he could have taken the flight. What is that saying? What is happening there?
Well, that he
That
didn't
he
take,
did. He didn't
he
take
didn't
the
take the
flight.
flight.
Take the flight.
You should have listened to the teacher. What does that mean?
Mhm.
We didn't listen to the teacher.
There you go. So that's what we have. Now, one by one with pictures. I didn't know it was my boss, so I didn't answer.
I didn't answer.
I would have answered had I known it was my boss.
He was my boss.
He didn't take the flight. He could
He
have
could
taken the
have
flight.
taken the
Take.
flight.
You didn't listen. This is incorrect.
Oh, it's incorrect.
Yeah,
You didn't listen.
You should have listened to the teacher.
You should have listened. And
You should have.
have it over there too.
Yes, because it's have.
Oh, yes. You should have listened to the
You
teacher.
should have
Okay.
listened, not you should have.
Oh, you should have
You
Listen.
should have listened.
listened. Mhm.
Yes, you should have
Should have
listened.
listened to the teacher.
One by one. Real event in the past. I didn't know it was my boss, so I didn't answer.
Yeah.
Unreal event. Had I known it was my boss, I would have answered.
That
I
one
would
sounds,
have-
that one,
What? Can you repeat? Please?
I was thinking that this one sounds really weird if it's not in conditional.
This one. Okay.
It is a conditional, mister, but I don't want you to focus on the condition.
Okay,
I want you to focus
sure.
on the past model.
Yeah,
Or
that
the
sounds really
perfect model.
weird. Yeah.
Mm,
I would have answered my phone. I wouldn't have ignored it.
For
Yes,
example, teacher, in the first one, had I known, is it
Yeah.
possible to say I had known?
No, that would be incorrect.
Okay.
But don't worry about this. We're going to check this later in the class.
Right.
This
Okay.
is, we're going to check it again.
Is this one is an expression? Had I known?
Yeah.
All right.
Here, what we have here is a conditional, and we also will have an inverted word order.
All right.
Check that.
Okay.
Right, so next. Real events in the past.
He didn't take the flight.
Perfect model.
He couldn't.
He could have.
Could have
He
taken
could
the
have taken
flight.
the
Taken
flight.
life.
That's the ability or the
Yeah.
alternative. And the past recommendation
Shouldn't.
She shouldn't
Should have.
missed it.
He
miss it.
shouldn't
Should've.
have.
Shouldn't miss.
He should missed it.
Next. Real events in the past. You didn't listen to the teacher. And real events, you
You
should have.
should listen to the teacher.
Should've.
You shouldn't
You
have
should've.
been sleeping.
There. Okay, guys?
Yes, you should
Now
have.
let's practice more. Now let me see what time
Yeah.
is it. Oh, time's up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Are we gonna be talking
I
about
want to
that
show you
tomorrow?
this for 1 more minute. If you don't
Okay.
mind, I want to show you all of these examples.
All right.
These are real events. Number 1, I have failed my exam. And this is okay to say it like this. I failed my exam.
Ah, that's me.
It's okay. Next, he has gained 10 kilos. It's okay to say it. He gained 10 kilos.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's the same way. Next, she forgot about my friend's birthday.
She
Next,
forgot.
have
She
lost,
had lost.
you lost your phone in the bus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to talk about past models. Better ideas, possibilities, alternatives, suggestions, all in the past.
Okay.
I should have studied
Studied,
more.
man.
Have
I
studied more.
Yes?
Should have. Should have
Mhm.
Should have
studied.
studied more.
Should have
Studied
studied
more.
more.
No, Alberto says no.
Oh no, I'm thinking. I'm listening to it. When I
Next.
concentrate, I always have to move.
Very good. I could have asked a classmate to help me.
To help me. Okay.
Yeah? Do you agree?
Yes.
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 Because,
Next, he gained 10 kilos. He shouldn't
You
have
shouldn't.
shouldn't
eaten
have.
so much.
You shouldn't have eaten so much. You shouldn't have.
Another idea?
Mm,
Okay.
Okay.
You should have started a
For the diet.
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 Another
All
one.
okay.
She should have written. She should have.
I would have gone to the gym more often.
Okay.
All
I
right.
would have gone.
Next one. She forgot about my friend's birthday. What is one recommendation or possibility? Should have
And that's what
written
I
a note.
said. She shouldn't have
Jeez.
written. Should have written a note. That's what I
Very
said.
Another one?
Shouldn't have. Shouldn't.
And
could
she
have said
couldn't
it
say
on her phone.
on her phone.
Shouldn't.
Right. Could have.
Another one.
Shouldn't apologize. No.
I would have got called to say I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I would have called.
Say I'm
I
sorry.
would have called him, called her. I would have called her. I would have.
Yes, very good, Antonio. Very good. And the last one. You lost your phone in the bus.
Ooh,
You shouldn't.
put inside your backpack. Mhm.
Actually, I don't think that's a good idea.
But it's your boss. You have to do it.
You could have
Better-
returned to the bus to look for it.
You must to look for it. Yes.
That's not a good idea.
No, that's not a good idea.
I would have taken better care of the phone.
Yeah,
Well,
that one. I would have taken better care of the phone. Or
All right.
maybe I would have written I would have written the boss name.
All right. I'm going to send you this picture. And this is homework. 1, 2, and 3.
Right.
Can you
Okay.
show the second one, teacher, please?
Sure.
Thank you. The other one?
So those 3 pages are for homework.
Yes, actually.
And the last
1,
one, if
2,
you may.
3, and this one is 4. But
All
don't
right.
worry, I'm gonna take a screen
Okay, it's
share
fine.
on the WhatsApp
WhatsApp.
group.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
All right, guys. It's a little late. How was the class?
very
That was good.
nice.
Yeah.
I need to
Pretty
practice
good.
the pronunciation of
We can
the-
we can come to how do you say, I forgot, how do you say moraleja?
Epiphany.
An epiphany that you should never work in a call center.
Ah.
Okay, thank you, Alberto.
Yeah. All right.
Epiphany.
Did you guys learn anything new today?
Well,
My neighbors are having a very wild party. Can you hear the
Party?
noise?
Yes,
No.
I noticed.
You
Since,
noticed it?
since a moment ago, yes.
Ask them to invite you.
No, hear anything.
More likely we will, but you know, I've been in class since
Well, you should
earlier today.
join.
But anyways, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
If you don't have any questions,
Mr. Jesus, do you
Yes.
mind to share the video from yesterday's class, please?
yeah, I'll share it.
Because
Right
I
now.
didn't have time to see it. But I will try to do it,
Of course.
to see it tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you so
All right.
much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Have a great night. I
See
will
you
see
Great night, you
tomorrow.
too, guys. See you
Bye.
tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. See
Bye,
you
good
tomorrow.
night.
Bye.